I don't think it's too early to fight the likes of Jesse Vargas, the Kell Brooks, those guys out there. I feel like I'm at that level and I think I can beat these guys. I watch them, my trainer watches them, and we both believe that I have the skills to beat these guys. And I don't think it is just skills sometimes in boxing. It's very important to have that mental attitude and that confidence to win, and I believe I've got that.
He's capable right now of beating anyone in the world. There's not one welterweight in the division that Jeff can't beat.
My name is Jeff Horn. I'm a former school teacher, primary and secondary education, and now I'm a professional boxer. I would say I'm a broken rhythm pressure fighter. That's what we like to call ourselves. We like to attack the opponent, keep the pressure on, but make it unknown to what we're going to do next.
My name's Glenn Rushton. I'm Jeff's trainer and manager. Started with Jeff since the beginning in around 2007 and 2008 he had his first fight. So we've shared the journey together from the very first punch, and it's an exciting journey that we're on. Been involved in the fight game for over 4 decades, initially in boxing and then into martial arts, Muay Thai, and of course back into boxing again. We first met, Jeff had come into training with his cousin, and Jeff had some problems at school and with some bullies, and figured he should learn a little bit of self-defense. So when he first started, he was just training 1 night a week and doing self-defense, and I always saw the talent there, but I didn't really see the commitment to back up that talent. And it wasn't until Jeff had been training for over a year that he said to me one day, I'm thinking I want to be a serious athlete. I'm just not sure whether to pursue boxing or rugby league. He said, I like both. He said he had been doing soccer for about 12 years, but didn't feel that was where he was headed. And I said, well, listen, if you want to commit yourself to boxing, I believe I can take you to the Olympics in 4 years' time, turn you professional after that and turn you into a world champion. I said, I believe that's possible for you.
The 2012 Olympics was breathtaking. It's an experience I'll never forget. Fighting in front of all those people and knowing everyone back home was there supporting me. There's nothing like fighting for your country. I did that within 4 years of my campaigning as an amateur boxer. So it was the pinnacle for me, and I needed to make that because I didn't want to be hanging around the amateurs forever. So it was great to make that.
What a lot of people don't realise with Jeff, they look at his career and they say he's had 17 professional fights, he's not ready. What they don't realise is in that 17 fights, Jeff has fought 9 world-ranked fighters. How many people have done that? In his 7th fight, he fought Nafal Ben-Rabir. It had 37 fights, 35 wins, 2 losses, and the only 2 losses were in world title fights. One against Urango, which everybody said that Nafal really won, and the other one was a loss to Lovemore Nadal, a very, very good boxer. So, Jeff beat him, and in 6 rounds, he suffered more damage, Nafal Ben-Rabir, than he had in both of his world title fights. So, he hasn't fought since. So effectively it appears that Jeff has retired him, and he's done that with a couple of other fighters. Jeff has hardened. I mean, how many fighters do we see that they've had 20 fights and they've never fought a world-ranked fighter? I was only talking with a chap the other day, he's had 20 fights here, very good record, and I said, how many world-ranked fighters has he had? None. Okay, so Jeff is ready. He's hardened. He's had tall guys. He's had people like Randall Bailey. No one wants to fight Randall Bailey because he's a high-risk fight. He knocked out the first 26 opponents he fought. They don't want to fight him, but Jeff did, and Jeff got hit. Bailey said, when I hit Jeff, it's all over. And I said, no, you don't understand. When you hit Jeff Horn, he's just going to be galvanised and it's going to just begin. So it won't be the ending, it'll be the beginning. And that's exactly what happened in the fight. He got clipped, he got back up to win the round and went on. And eventually I said to Jeff, Randall Bailey does not want to be here, Jeff. We looked around and Randall Bailey wouldn't get out of his seat. Ali Faneka, a former world champion. So these guys that he's fought are not nobodies. These are really good boxers. Masui is an excellent boxer, very fast, very slick. He was a good boxer. Robson Assis was undefeated until Jeff fought him. Viktor Plotnikov, another fighter with a very, very good record and a tough Ukrainian boxer. So, he certainly fought these guys. He's beaten some great fighters, and yes, I believe he's ready.
There was some added pressure having Bob Arum watching the Ali Fanuka fight. I knew an impressive win over Fanuka would capture Bob's eye, so I needed to get that stoppage, and we had thought in training, me and Glenn, that We needed to get that stoppage to impress a guy like Bob Arum, especially against an ageing Ali Fanuka. So many head clashes happened in that fight with Fanuka. At the end of round 3, it happened again where he got me right in the side of the temple with his head. All I can remember is hitting the ground and bouncing back up and pretending like nothing had happened, walking back to the corner because the bell had just gone. But the referee stopped me and started counting me. I'm like, oh, come on. I knew that I hadn't been hit by a punch, so it was unfortunate, but the result didn't matter in the end.
Manny Pacquiao is a different fight. He's more skillful and more crafty, more deceptive. He's cunning, he's intense in range. He's deceptive when he comes in, and he comes in incredibly fast from different angles, and he exits from different angles. Anyone who watched him fight Bradley or Vargas would see that. So he's the old bull. He's cunning, he's wise, and we've got to be a wise old bull, but in a young body. And I look at Jeff as being like a younger, bigger version of Manny Pacquiao, very deceptive. He's already got the skill set because I've trained Jeff very much like Manny Pacquiao. However, there are specific areas that we've got to do even better, and we will, okay? We will execute some particular strategies better. Naturally, I'm going to be very careful about the specifics of those strategies. People will have to wait to fight night to see some of those, but bear in mind, Jeff will be very deceptive, incredibly fast, high work rate, he'll be busy. It's going to be a great fight between two natural hunters.
Those people are always going to be against me. They're going to think Pacquiao's a cherry picker for choosing me because I'm a bit of an unknown. It's sometimes more the unknown that is the risk. Pacquiao's taking a risk if he takes the fight with me. He doesn't necessarily know what arsenal I have to bring to the table, so I don't see how Pacquiao could be seen as a cherry picker for this fight.
Manny Pacquiao has got nothing to prove to anybody. He's done it all. Okay, if Manny Pacquiao chose to fight anyone now, nobody could say a bad thing against him. Manny Pacquiao is so popular that when he fought Mayweather in the Philippines, his home country, over 50% of the population tuned in to watch him fight. That's how popular it is. That popularity has come through a number of reasons. Is that Manny Pacquiao has fought Ricky Hatton and stopped him, De La Hoya and stopped him. He's fought Marquez, he's fought Mayweather. You know, he's had all the big fights. He's done it all. He's got nothing left to prove. And as far as Jeff Horn goes, what a lot of people don't understand, some people that may knock Manny for taking on Jeff Horn, is that Jeff Horn made the quarterfinals of the London Olympics, the same as Errol Spence Jr.
I've watched Manny Pacquiao for a long time. He's one of the reasons why I got into the sport. We've learnt the angles that Pacquiao uses and all those types of skills. I pretty much mimic of Pacquiao, so I believe I have the skills and I'm bigger than Pacquiao to beat him.
I'm very, very comfortable where we are with Jeff. Yes, there's a few little things that I'll polish up as we go forward. There's some particular areas that I want to refine, but basically the skill set is already in place. So it's not like we have to reinvent the wheel.
Look, I've noticed a slight decline in Pacquiao in his last couple of fights. He's probably lost about 10% from where he was at his best. He was still so much higher than any other in the division, so falling down just that little bit, he's still an absolute legend, and he's someone definitely to not take lightly. If I do manage to beat Pacquiao and shock the world, there's always going to be those people that are going to say you picked someone at the right time and this and that, but Pacquiao has just fought like Jesse Vargas, a young up-and-comer, and he tore him to pieces. He made him look silly.
As I said to Jeff early in his career, I want to challenge you and so forth. I said you can fool some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all of the time. And I think for years, the boxing public in Australia have grown a little bit bored, a little bit tired, because they've seen these fighters fight, develop these padded records of 20-0, and then they take on the best in the world, and they're not even anywhere near the pace. And I think they're a little bit tired of that. They want to see a genuine contest. Everyone wants to watch elite sportsmen up against the very, very best. So I believe this fight, in my opinion, is in modern boxing history, I'd say this is the greatest fight we'll ever see if it comes to Australia, in Australia, against a true legend of the sports.
Pacquiao is definitely up there still, and if I beat Pacquiao and they still think it's not good enough, then I will just go out and fight someone else and unify that division and make them know that I'm worthy of those titles.
I think this, the biggest fight, in my opinion, in Australian boxing history, will do absolute wonders for the sport of boxing in Australia.